What dimensions was measured in Ezekiel? Chapter 41. It was the sanctuary. In Ezekiel, it's the whole chapter of 41. They are dealing with the measurement of the sanctuary. Number 2. What important activity was taking place in the side chamber around the temple? A. Resting place of ministering priests. B. Counseling and judging a repentant person. B. A place for confession their wrongdoings. The priest who approach the Lord shall eat in the holy offering. And E. All of the above. What important activity is happening in one of the rooms or chambers? It is where the priests whose ministering will be eating. Ezekiel 42 verse 13. Like what was the voice of God of Israel? A. Noise of many water. B. Thunder. C. Still small voice. D. An earthquake. And E. All of the above. It is like a noise of many waters. Ezekiel 43 verse 2. Number 4. How was Ezekiel instructed to preserve the details and dimensions of the temple of God shown in him in a vision? A. Gather the house of Israel and tell them. B. Instruct the priest to keep a record. C. Write it down in their sight. D. All of the above. And D. None of the above. It is to write it down in the sight of the whole Israel. Ezekiel 43 verse 11. Which gate shall be shut down and not opened? A. The gate outward the sanctuary which looks towards the east. The gate outward the sanctuary which looks towards the west. The gate that towards the north. And the gate of the sanctuary towards the south. And E. None of the above. Which gate or door has been shut down? Okay, it is letter A, the gate of the sanctuary that looks towards the east. We would like to welcome a member is Spy in green. Number 6. What special instruction did the guide of Ezekiel vision have for the east gate of the sanctuary? A. The gate shall be shut, shall not be opened. B. No man shall enter by it. C. Only the kings and the priests may pass by it. D. All of the above. And E. A and B. We have a new 2 students today. We would like to welcome you. Spy and green. And yeah, I think yes. Okay, so it's the gate. Letter A is the answer. Ezekiel 44 verse 1 to 3. Number 7. What were the priests to teach God's people? A. Psalms of praise. B. The difference between the holy and the profane. C. The law. D. The 10 commandments. And E. None of the above. What were the priests to preach God's people? It will teach the difference between the holy and the profane. Ezekiel 44 verse 23. What lineage of the Levites God designated to serve as priests in the inner court? What lineage of Levites God designated to serve as priests in the inner court? A. Sons of Abiathar. D. Son of Eleazar. C. Son of Korah. D. Son of Samuel. D. Son of Zadok. Or what family of the Levites God designated to serve as priests? It is the sons of Zadok. Ezekiel 44 15 and 16. Number 9. What specific regulations were not, take note of this, not, what specific regulations were not given with regards to the priest's garment inside, the outside, and the temple? Inside and outside of the temple. A. It must be washed daily. B. They may wear linen clothes. C. They must not wear anything that makes them perspire. They should take off their garments when they are going out of the court. And D. None of the above. All of them are rules and regulations except that is washed. It's not mentioned. But of course, they should be clean. Number 10. How long a priest defiled by death family member before he will be cleansed? How long a priest defiled by dead family member before he will become cleansed? A. 3 days. B. 7 days. C. 15 days. D. 14 days. And E. Not specified. A priest could go to a dead family, but he will be unclean. He would be cleansed on the 7th day. Ezekiel 44, 25 and 26. Number 11. A priest must not be defiled himself by going near to a dead person except whom? Select all possible answers. A. His spouse. B. His father or mother. C. His sons or daughters. D. His brothers or unmarried sister. And E. His best friend and relative. A priest cannot attend any person that's dead except for he could go near to a dead person except his father, his sons, and brothers is good to go, but the rest he cannot. Number 12. The priests have no possessions. What provisions did God make for the sustenance of the priests? A. They shall eat the grain offerings and other offerings. B. Every sacrifice for the best of first fruits. C. Give the first of your ground meal. And D. All of the above. And E. None of the above. How do priests get a living? It's all of them. All the offerings from the Israelites will be their sustenance. Number 13. What rules on opening and closing a certain gates or door to be part of the temple ceremony? Remember the first question is set down, but there's a rules. What rules are open on opening and closing? A. The door shall be closed for 6 working days. B. The door shall be opened on the Sabbath. C. It shall be opened on new moon ceremonies. D. The prince to enter from the outside through a portico. And E. All of the above. In entering the sanctuary door, it should be only open on 6 days, open on Sabbath, and other new moon ceremonies or Sabbaths. Number 14. What was on both sides of the river in Ezekiel's vision? A. Streets of gold. B. Beautiful flowers. C. Growing trees. D. Mansions for the redeemed. And E. All of the above. What did Ezekiel saw in his vision on both sides of the river? It's growing trees. In Ezekiel 47 verse 7. There are actually many different kind of trees. Okay. For what will the leaf of the tree be used? A. Used for food. B. For medicine. C for praise, D for shade, and E none of the above. It is used for medicine. Ezekiel 42:12. The leaves of the trees beside the river will be used for medicine. Number 16. What will be the names of the gates of the city? A. According to the apostles' name, names of the priests. C. Names of the kings of Israel and Judah. D. Names of the prophets. And D or E, none of the above. What will be the names written on the gates of the city? The answer is E, none of the above, because the gates will be written by the children of Israel, the names of the 12 tribes. Number 17. What special feature does the tree that grows on the bank of the river as seen by Ezekiel in his vision? A. Their leaves will not wither. B. The fruits will not fall. C. They will bear fruit every month. D. Their leaves for medicine. And E. None of the above. What special feature does the tree that grows in the bank of the river have? It is all of them. They will not wither, they will fall. They have bear fruits different every month, and their leaves will be for medicine. Ezekiel 48:12. Number 18. In what places was Ezekiel brought by the guide? Ezekiel was brought into different places. A. Brought into the sanctuary. He was brought into the outer court. C. He was brought at the gate facing the east. He was brought in the outer gate of the sanctuary. Or E. All of the above. Okay. Ezekiel was brought by the man, his guide, to different places. All of them actually. Okay, number 19. This is from the Sabbath school lesson. Quarterly. Prophet Nathan told David a story to rebuke his sin. What was David's confession response? A. I am a murderer. B. I have sinned against Bathsheba. C. I have sinned against Uriah. D. I have sinned against the Lord. And E. I have sinned against Israel. What was David's response? He said, I have sinned against the Lord. 2 Samuel 12:13. After David had confessed his sins without trying to gloss it over, he goes on to petition God what he does not ask for God. Okay. What does he not ask for God? A. Blot me out from the book of you have written. B. Create in me a clean heart. D. Do not cast me away from your presence. Do not take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation. What does he not ask from God? Okay. He asked for all of them except letter A. Blot me out on the book of you have written. Okay. That is actually a request by Moses, but not by David. Okay, so those are the questions.
Kuya Goodwin,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Question number 6, Kuya.
Okay.
Archive, let me open it. Question number 6. Where is it?